Hey everyone, John Henry here, slingshotfutures.com, and welcome to the Market Mindset, where we take a look at the psychology behind the moves today so we can better understand tomorrow. And today, we have the S&P on one heck of a tear, nearing that 2400 level now. Now, first of all, pretty obvious, we've got a big gap higher. I don't think it's going to take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. Big gap higher shows that the buyers are slamming the market up. Now, there was a little bit of a concern because we have that huge gap higher, and then the first candle of the day is a doji? Okay, well, maybe sellers from yesterday are a little bit hesitant. They're not sure what they want to do. But there was definitely some confusion to start the day off. And then we round off into second candle of the day. Big bull move, but decent amount of wick on the high. So we're not seeing that conviction yet on this big breakout. We get a potential morning reversal, and that does happen from time to time. You get a big gap, moves higher, and sellers will take that first turn down to try to get that big move. It's low probability, but when it does work, you can catch some pretty big moves. In this case, it trapped the sellers in, and then immediately pushed right back up, closing near its highs. Only one tick off of its high, and that's a big clue that we have got those sellers trapped into the market, trying to fill that massive gap, which in this case isn't likely to happen, and we're looking to buy into them for that first setup of the day. Now, that opportunity was pretty straightforward, right? It rocket shipped up to the highs, big bull breakout move, and really no hesitation from the buyers. The sellers show up again, and once again ends up just being a trap, and that allows the buyers to buy into that little dip for one more continuation move to the upside. Didn't really give a whole lot until we started seeing some correction back lower. Once we dip down to where those sellers will have gotten in, that's their break-even point, and if they realize, wait a minute, that was dead wrong, I literally sold the bottom of this pullback, I need to get out, came back, tapped them out of the market. Big bull response. When it came back, it rejected it once again, and that shows that the sellers who got in were likely exiting at break even and maybe even reversing for longs, and that allows several buy opportunities right there to catch the rest of the move up. Now, kind of strewn through here, there are plenty of other opportunities to become a buyer, but as it ground higher and as it got a little more back and forth, it became more and more difficult. And when you get a breakout like this, chances are the buyers who've been buying down here, and maybe they've still got their positions on, they may be hanging on to a little bit. They see a candle like this with a bull ascending wedge breaking higher. Generally speaking, that's going to be lower probability in terms of continuation, and they're going to start exiting some of their positions. So seeing a pullback very soon after this breakout candle is likely, and now you can see we're sort of range bound in here. Now that said, there are going to be a ton of buyers that would absolutely love anything to do with a pullback. Right? Whether it's a pullback just to the moving average, I mean, at this point, heck, 2 back-to-back bear candles might be all it takes for the buyers to come in, but very likely buyers are going to be hesitant to buy this high anymore, given this bullish breakout outside of a bullish rising wedge. Probably not going to see much continuation. So buyers are looking for a pullback now. We may find more continuation back up for maybe another leg towards the highs. We'll have to see and keep our eyes on it. But very interesting day in terms of market psychology, knowing that a bunch of sellers likely got trapped, and that allowed for a big breakout move. It's just the continuation became pretty aggressive towards the upside, and now that 2400 level is not too far away. So technicals, along with market psychology, really kind of laid eyes on this setup for today. So that's going to do it for this one. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send me an email, jbrink@slingshotfutures.com. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you found it useful, maybe a little bit entertaining, and we'll see you next time.